To today's other sports ball topics. This is the Blazing Baseball After Show / After Hours. And Phillies are still winning 2-0 over the Rockies. Also live now, we got the PGA Tour, the Charles Schwab Challenge, and the Colonial Country Club. Purses $9.5 million.
Fort Worth, Texas.
There we have it.
It's a little hot.
Oh, yeah. At number 1, we got Pack at -7. Tied at number 2, we got Rogers at -4, along with Schmid, Hissatoon, and Wallace, and Hosier, and Svesson. And tied at 8 at -3, we got Harmon, Novak, Bhatia, Fleetwood, Simpson, Gerard, Gotterup, Garnett, Putman, and plenty of other golfers golfing.
Yeah, Scotty is tied for 17th. He's -2, and he is at the 10th hole right now. So all eyes are on Scotty Scheffler after winning the PGA Championship last week. And so he's playing. I'm glad to see that. And
I bet you he's the favorite.
Well, I think he is. And then Jordan Spieth is -1. So Jordan's in there, and he's doing well, too, both from the University of Texas Longhorns.
Yep. And so...
Exciting basketball.
Oh, yeah. So... on Tuesday day, to recap the finals here, the conference finals, Thunder beat the T-Wolves 114-88, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the MVP. Shouts out to him. He is the leader of the Thunder, and they have been the best team in basketball this whole time.
They smoked them.
They smoked them.
They sure did.
We'll see what happens in that series. And then yesterday in New York, Madison Square Garden, I'm watching live in astonishment. And I think same with everyone watching too. New York was stunned because the Knicks were up a good chunk amount. And then in the last few minutes, Naismith of the Pacers sinks, I believe, 6 or 7 threes in a row.
That's it.
It's insane.
They won because of that.
And then Tyrese Halliburton takes a shot that's almost a 3-point to win. It gets reviewed. It becomes a 2-pointer. He makes a choke sign, and that is the what is posted on the New York Post this morning is that picture of Tyrese and doing that because they then go into overtime and the Pacers win.
Yep.
And a huge comeback.
Yep.
And
tough on the Knickerbockers.
It's the biggest comeback in basketball history.
There you go. A bummer for the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah. That one, they should have won. And what Charles Barkley was saying last night after it on Inside the NBA, and it was a clip that was played on multiple shows this morning on ESPN. But it's a point that does need to be talked about because it's such a good one. But he was saying the Knicks just looked tired in the second quarter. The Pacers just set this crazy pace, and they've been using that to their advantage the whole time.
They're running hard. Yeah, they're running.
Their opponent.
Yeah,
just keep going and outscore them, which is what you should be doing. Is setting just incredible pace and making your opponent tired.
Well, speed is definitely an asset in basketball, without question.
Yeah.
It's definitely helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. And thinking back on it, the Pacers, they never looked tired. They were going at an insane pace the whole time.
And they're called the Pacers.
There
you go.
It's a perfect name.
Okay, but the Knicks are going to get a chance when to play them again and win back.
Tomorrow
night?
Okay. At 7. Yep.
7. Okay, go Knickerbockers.
Yep.
Get them back.
Yep.
Don't be embarrassed.
And then tonight we got the T-Wolves at the Thunder at 7:30.
Okay.
We'll see if the T-Wolves can come back.
Okay. It's good basketball now, fun to watch.
Yep. And is there any other sports ball topics you want to go over?
That's a wrap, Mr. Colby.
That's a wrap. And we'll catch y'all here on, NFL.
Uh-oh.
The tush push was not banned.
It was not banned. That's what happened because the Eagles were pushing for it.
The Eagles were pushing for it.
They were pushing.
There was a
They were
ESPN
pushing for it.
report that the owner, Lori, spent an hour
Uh,
defending it.
right, because they get a first down every time, and every time they get,
They're the best ones.
they're the best ones. They know how to do it, and that shouldn't. I'm against it. I don't think it's really good football. I mean, what the hell is that?
Mm-hmm.
Pushing a guy over to get the first down for a yard? I don't know. I think you got to do it on your own power, with the blockers in front of you, not behind you, up your back.
But yeah, so the report that I read by ESPN was saying that, and we even were talking about it too, because it was talked about even on Pat McAfee the day before, that basically the tush push was going to get banned.
Yeah.
So then Jeff Lurie goes in there,
stops it,
pulls all the stops.
They're going to win a Super Bowl again.
An hour speech.
Yeah.
And he even says, which I thought was hysterical. He was saying, if y'all ban it, it's a win for the Eagles. It's basically a teenage boy's wet dream because we made a play so good that it won the Super Bowl, or then it gets banned too.
Yeah.
So,
wow, it's political. The push tush got political.
And so they missed the vote by 2 votes.
Okay.
And so the tush push stays.
Okay.
And
well, the other teams have to learn how to do the tush push, but it's not a good play, and it's going to happen all the time now.
And so on the Pat McAfee show, they had AJ Hawk and AQ Shipley were basically saying to the opposite of what you're saying, is they understand that why it's not banned. It's just a football play. It's not always a conversion by all the teams. It's just the Eagles have mastered it, so they convert it the most.
Yes,
and that's probably why it was discussed to ban it. And other talks were saying AQ Shipley, previous center too, Super Bowl winning center, was saying he doesn't really recall like people getting injured that much on the tush push compared to maybe other plays.
Okay,
so
well,
it's just interesting topic, and I wonder if it will. They'll probably try to avenge the next year. Maybe they can't. The next 2 teams vote against it.
Yeah, oh, that could definitely happen, right? And I think if people start getting hurt, because it's really you're wedging people against each other with leverage. Mm-hmm. They're not under their own power. They're pushed from behind. So that affects the person being pushed, and it affects the guys on the defensive side. I think it does cause more injuries. That's my take on it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's probably equivalent to any kind of play, really, in terms of getting injured in football.
Well, statistically, maybe. Okay.
Who knows? Yeah, there would have to be a huge study into it.
Well, we'll see what happens next year when all the teams are doing it, because not all the teams do it.
Well, the teams that also do it too, they don't convert as highly as the Eagles.
Right. Well, the Eagles are top. Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it was interesting too. It was like saying like even the Bills was saying like people in their organization was saying like they converted at a pretty decent rate, but mm-hmm. they were like voting against it mm-hmm. to ban it.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. The teams
that
were with the Eagles, I saw like a list. It was like about 10 of them, I believe. I was showing the Pat McAfee show. It was like the Jets, the Ravens, the Lions, I think like the Saints. Just kind of like hard-nosed teams, kind of like the Eagles. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting.
Yeah, running teams.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any other topics you want to go over?
That's a wrap tonight, Mr. Colby.
Yep.
Tush push is in.
Yep. And we'll catch y'all here tomorrow on Blazing Baseball, blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.
Blazing